Hey everyone, we're back. As you can see, I have my custom order, life-size, police officer husband, plush doll, here with me again. It is a big day. As you know, it is my Budsy's 1-year anniversary in Canada. I know my unboxing Budsy's video was so vague, so I'm hoping I can clear up what I was really trying to say last time. For starters, how much did Budsy cost? As you can see from looking at their website, they have two sizes, 16 inches, which is the size of Snuggles, then there is 30 inches, almost 3 feet tall, about the size of Mocha. I just happen to have teddy bears in those sample sizes. How convenient, right? So, since my size wasn't listed, I had to ask them in advance if they could make one this big before I ordered it, and they said they could. Since it is a custom size, they weren't even able to give me a ballpark price range for it either, since the price depends on complexity of the design and how long it takes to make. So it was like extra custom. I was expecting quadruple digits, but thankfully it was only triple digits. Not that I would normally pay triple digits for a stuffed doll, but it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I just went with it. I had the little baby coffee and baby donut. The only thing missing was the police officer, and I wanted a full set to complete my family. But seeing as how police officer dolls don't really exist, I had to get someone to invent one for me. For the Budsy's price, after shipping and currency conversion, it came out to $4.19 and whatever cents, so $4.20. But I ended up having to pay customs taxes on it, so it was an additional $20. So he cost me $440-ish. That is a lot to spend on a stuffed doll. So is ordering a Budsy for everyone? Probably not. But if you can put the price aside, if you can afford it, I think it's something you should do at least once in your life, just to get the experience. If you do plan to order or might order in the future, there are some things to keep in mind. They are not perfect. I didn't expect them to be, and no one else should expect them to be perfect either. For the more expensive orders, they give you a preview of what it looks like after they've put it together, and there's the choice to confirm and ship or reject and make the required changes. If it is for a kid or a baby, they won't really care, so you can just confirm it. But if it's going to be a collector's item or you want it exactly the way you drew it, then it would take some tweaking. I remember when I first saw the preview for my doll, I was surprised to see that he looked pissed off instead of cute and happy. So it was a Sunday night, and I sent them the instructions to make the changes, and I got an email back on Tuesday morning notifying me of the corrections and asking for another approval. I was amazed that it only took them a day to make the adjustments, and he looked so much better the second time. They have a really great team of hard workers over there. If I had to guess, I think it took a team of 3 to 5 to work on my Budsy, which is probably why there were so many inconsistencies. So with that being said, be aware that it might not be exactly the way you drew it or colored your picture. You can see this in their gallery photos. If they don't have the exact shade, they'll improvise or use the next best thing. An example is the gray. Since silver doesn't exist in fabric, they used gray. So everything that is gray was requested in silver. If you're not ordering a stuffed animal, but a stuffed cupcake, that green sprinkle is probably not going to be in the exact place, in the exact angle on the picture. It really is a free-for-all. Since most orders are probably for little kids, it doesn't have to be precise. To be honest, even orders for adults, it's not perfect. my Budsy is still not 100% accurate. For most orders, it's about 70% accurate, unless you really wanted something a certain way. If they can't do it, then they'll just cancel the order and refund you. But for the most part, I think they do very well at accommodating your requests. So it sounds bad to say this out loud, but I got this doll because I wanted to complete the family, but I also wanted to try and use it as a reference to draw the side views and back views for my cartoon cops. But obviously I've made no progress since the last time I stated I made no progress, which was last year. I can only hope that one of my videos will reach the right audience and someone will sign me a contract. I don't see it happening, but most people would call that wishful thinking.
Hey, Bubblehead. I remember when you first came home and I took you out of that box. I held you in my arms for the first time. You were the cutest and the cuddliest, and it was the most memorable part of my life. Even though we've never said it, there's something that the two of us both know. Together forever, no matter how long. From now until the end of time, we'll be together, and you can be sure that forever and a day, that's how long we'll stay. Together and forevermore.
Hey hubby, it's your 1 year anniversary in Canada. Look what I got. It's a donut pan. Now I can finally bake that donut mix that you got from the Coffee Cake Bakery. Here's to us, to another great year. Cheers. Okay, so this is like top secret, so I'm only telling you. As you know, it is my Budsy's 1 year anniversary in Canada. So I got one of these. It's a donut pan. I'm hoping it is the magic potion I've been looking for, and Officer Charming will automatically appear in my life. I mean, if a donut pan doesn't convince him that I'm totally serious about marrying a cop, I don't know what will.
I hope you got everything you wanted. I'm sorry, hubby. I can't give you a foot massage.
Because your shoes, they're not removable. See? Maybe if you were a real guy in the real world, I would definitely give you a foot massage. I'm just waiting for you to take that magic potion. I remember I kept hoping there would be a magic spell card in your pocket, that I would read out loud and you would come to life like Slappy from Goosebumps. That didn't end up happening. But then again, I'm not sure if I would be more scared of Slappy or you chasing me around the house at night.
It's okay, hubby. Even if you never take that magic potion, it doesn't matter. Real or imaginary, doesn't make a difference. I'll always love you, hubby, no matter what. You are my cuddle buddy, and you mean the world to me.